Today we are going to go over my 2025 financial goals reset, and I also have a little guest that is with me. This is my dog Nash. You can't see his head. This is his booty, and he's going to sit here probably the whole time while I make this video. If you watched my first video, you probably saw where I talked about that I have multiple houses. I buy and sell these houses, but I sell them rent to own. So I take out a mortgage through the bank for the house, and then I sell it to somebody. And most of the time, these people cannot get a mortgage through the bank because of credit reasons, or they don't have a big enough down payment, or some reason. So they use owner financing. So I have 5 houses right now that are using owner financing, which means I have mortgages on all of those houses. Then one house was the house that I lived in before me and my husband got married. We are currently living in house number 8. So house number 6 was the house that I lived in before we got married. House number 6 I'm renting only because it is right next to my mom and dad's house, and if my sister wants it one day, I will sell it to her, or if another family member, because it's literally right next to the rest of my entire family, then I will sell it to them. But other than that, I just plan on renting it out until somebody from the family wants it. House number 7 is actually a house that I bought with my little sister last year. We plan on selling this house outright. We do not plan on holding the mortgage and doing rent to own with this one. We plan on flipping it and getting our money back. So let's get into this. One of my financial goals is to sell that house. The greenhouse is what we call it because the outside of it is green. So we plan on selling that house. Then I would like to buy another house. I haven't started looking at houses. I haven't been on Zillow really to find houses that need some shaping up to sell again. Don't know if it's going to be sell outright or if it's going to be rent to own or what exactly we will do with this house, or if it's going to be an Airbnb. I've always wanted to start an Airbnb, but that's because we live right next to 2 lakes that are like perfect for all the people that come out of the city, come down for the summer and stay in those houses and then go back. Who knows if we'll ever do Airbnb, because you have to do so much for the house instead of just selling it. You also have to furnish it. You have to provide the water, electricity, Wi-Fi. And I feel like that's just so much extra that we would have to pay for, and insurance and property taxes and a mortgage. So, and also the places that we would have an Airbnb at right now is very saturated with other Airbnbs. So who knows if we'll ever do that. But this year we also want to pay off my husband's truck. So his truck still has about $25,000 that needs to pay off on it. So hopefully we can hit that with the bonuses that we're getting from both of our jobs and other income. The reason why we want to pay off his truck is because his interest rate is 6%. My interest rate on my car is a 2.9%, so I say we just leave it and let it run out. Mine will be paid off in 2026, so we're just probably going to let mine just ride itself out because I have other mortgages that have higher interest rates than the 2.9. But who knows, because we are expecting a baby, and I feel like babies are expensive, so we'll see how that goes. And before I get into the rest of it, I want to talk about how much debt we are actually in. We have 0 credit card debt. I do have 15 credit cards, but I pay all of those off as they come due. It's like every week I go through, pay them off. We do not have any credit card debt. None. But with the 8 houses we have and the 2 vehicles on loan, we are about $600,000 in debt. My goal for this year is to pay off his truck, so that will take us down to about $580,000 in debt. And then hopefully I can get other things monetized, like my TikTok, Instagram, maybe YouTube, and I'll be able to pay off more of our debt. I will say, if you're going into the housing market like we did with buying the houses, selling them rent to own, it is rough when the tenants do not pay. Right now I have 2 tenants that are at least 3 months behind on payments. Thankfully, I have a full-time job, my husband has a full-time job, and then we also have side income that is coming in that helps us make sure these payments are being made. Because not only are they not paying you, we have to pay the bank for the mortgages of these houses. So if we had all 5 of those tenants decide, hey, we're not paying, we could go under very, very fast. So if you're going to do something like this, always vet the people that you're selling to. Make sure they are always paying on time, and have a very strict contract. The contract we have says that we could kick them out if they don't pay up to 2 months. Right now there are 2 of them that have not paid for 3 months. We could kick them out, but we're not those type of people. Actually, one person got up to 6 months at one time, but we're not that type of people. We're gonna keep letting them. We can make as long as we can make the payments. I'm gonna let them do what they want to do. Now they're making the payments and they're trying to catch up. On to my next goal is I want to open another airline card. Right now, I only have a Southwest card and just Chase points and Capital One points and Amex points. But I would like a specific airline card that would get me status with the airline if I put money on it and if I do other things to get status. And I believe right now the easiest one to get status with spending money or getting loyalty points or whatever is American Airlines. All the other airlines, I believe you have to fly. Then another goal that we have is to save $20,000. Right now we have a high yield savings account that earns about 4%. We have $10,000 in there, and I would like to put at least another $10,000 because at the end of the year we are always hit with all kinds of property taxes and our insurance. Like I said, I own all of the 7 houses that we have, so we have to pay property taxes on all of those, and then all of the tenants pay me back. Sometimes those people don't pay me back for months. Sometimes they're really good and they pay me back the next day. Most of the time, it's going to be a few months. So I make sure that I have enough money to pay the property taxes. That way it's not on them because it's in my name and it will come back to me if something happens. So our goal is to save $20,000 so we can use at least $10,000 of that for insurance and property tax. Then also, like I said, I'm expecting a baby girl. We are hoping to start a 529 plan or a Roth IRA for baby girl. I will definitely do the 529 plan for her because college is going to be expensive. It's already expensive and it's probably only going to get worse. So I'm not really for sure how much we'll probably start with putting money into it right now. I want to start something big so that way it just accumulates pretty quickly. But I don't know what the limits or anything like that is. So I'm going to have to do a lot more research on what a 529 plan is before I start that. Then for the Roth IRA, I'm not really for sure. I think I might put like $1,000 in one just so she has something to start with and then it will accumulate. So by the time she actually starts a job, she has a retirement account that she can start putting money in. I don't know how much we'll put in. We'll probably only do like $1,000 and it depends on how much money we make from the houses and everything else this year and extra income. I say it'll depend on how much we put into her Roth IRA with how much money we make from extra income this year. So if I do get monetized on YouTube pretty quickly and I make pretty good money, I'm probably going to put more in her. I'm probably going to max mine out and then max hers out and probably max my husband's out. And then another goal is that my husband maxes out his 401k this year. Right now he has about $73,000 in it. We are 27 years old, which means so by the time that we are 60 years old when he can cash it out, he will have about $7 million in there. I think if the calculator I used was correct, which is crazy. So if he can max it out this year, that would be even better, and hopefully we can retire early. Who knows if we will retire early? I would love to, but we have so much other expenses going on and it would be great. And it's just great that we have a job that provides us benefits like insurance and other things. So we might stay at our full-time jobs until it's retirement age because of all the benefits that we do get. So there's my 2025 financial goals reset. I plan on making a video over my January budget after January ends, so y'all stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching. Bye!